Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this look right here, and I figured since it'll be my last video in 2018 that we're gonna go out with a bang, and we're gonna use my favorite palette. I know you're probably over it, but I really do love this palette, and I thought that it would be a great time to use it and sparkle the night away. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to take my MAC Strobe Cream, and this is in Peach Light. Peach shade, of course. I apologize in advance for any noise. My baby won't take a nap. And so he just brought his little tablet in and is watching videos. So my skin has been a little dry. And I want my skin to look luminous, and I also want hydration, so that's why I'm using this today. I'm gonna go in with my, not Painterly, with my Lay and Low paint pot, and I'm just going to use this to prime my lids. And also, again, I like this shade for my skin tone because it corrects and cancels out any darkness on my lid. See? So today is New Year's Eve, and we don't really have plans. We're trying to figure out what's going on today. So to wrap up the year, I figured I would end with my favorite palette. I was like, what is that? It's just for me using it so much. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to use this palette for sure. So since I've applied my base to my eyes, I'm going to take a little bit of powder and just make sure that that is nice and dry. And I'm just taking translucent setting powder, nothing fancy. I think I'm gonna do a halo. I'm probably gonna do the look I did for my friend's wedding. So I'm gonna take this brown shade with a 224. No, papi, eso guárdalo. So the shade that I'm using in my crease is Entrapment, and I'm warning you guys now, there will be shimmer. I cannot help it. I love me some shimmer. I'm gonna definitely edit this as soon as I'm done, hopefully, and get it up today. I know that it's probably a little too late to get. So the next shade that I'm going to take is Disobedient, which is a darker brown in this palette right here. And I'm taking BR 250 by Coastal Scents. This is just like a 217. And I'm going to actually grab a mirror. And I'm going to take this color and then just start really working it in the inner and outer corners of our lids. And I'm pushing it in with this brush. So if you guys notice, I don't have any color in that inner corner, and the reason why I'm not bringing my brush all the way in is because I find that whenever I get my brush and I really just push that into the inner corner, then it just kind of creates a darker shadow, and so I'll have to go in and clean it up. So I'm just going to lightly bring that color. Actually, it's perfect. I don't need to do anything else. I'll add a little shimmer in the inner corner, and we are all good. So I'm just going to intensify this because I want it to be a little bit darker. Alright, so this is what it looks like, and as you guys can tell, I just have the dark shades on the inner and outer corner, of course. And I'm going to take a 224 with nothing on there, and I'm just going to blend the edges out so that it looks nice and soft. Okay. Here comes my favorite part. So I'm going to take the rose gold shadow here, and I'm going to apply this all on the center of the lid. I love this shade. It is perfection. So I'm going to be doing my yearly, well, my favorites for 2018. This year I chose not to do monthly favorites because I felt like for me they would all be the same or very similar. So this year I may get back into doing them. We'll see. But we'll see what I upload, right? But I'm excited to actually do my favorites for 2018. I've been giving it a lot of thought, and before my issue was actually being able to narrow it down. But I think that this year, because I did a no-buy, and I really had to use a lot of the products that I had, I have a really good idea of, you know, what I loved and what I really used. So I'm just going to take that rose gold and keep building it up. So for my friend's wedding, I did not know what I was going to end up doing. I was so focused on her makeup and what she was going to look like that I never really thought about like what I would do. So my concealer is definitely super set. I had to change my son, and then I got a delivery. Alright guys, so now for my foundation, I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream Foundation, and I'm going to mix that with my YSL All Hours Foundation. 1 pump of each. This is almost out, so I'm gonna pump whatever I can get out of it. I'm pretty sure I may be out of it. I really like this foundation, but I'm having an issue with just the color. I feel like the YSL foundations really need to work on building their shades. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender. I actually really like how this concoction looks. So I'm going to actually set my face with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. My son just brought all of the Smashbox liquid lipsticks because he got into them. And all I'm doing is just making sure I don't have any creases and that my foundation hasn't settled into those creases. And then I'm going to apply my powder with my sponge.
Wow.
Wow. Casi tiraste el polvo de mami. I'm also going to do that in my smile lines. And then I'm going to do just a light dusting of the rest of the powder. Actually, I'm going to take this Smith 154 brush and I'm going to pick up the powder.
Wow.
And I'm going to bake my face. Why not, right? And then do a light dusting of the rest of it. So this is what my crazy self looks like right now. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, apply my mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm going to take that same brush and I'm just going to dust this powder off. It's been sitting long enough. There it is. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs bronzing powder and I'm going to use this Smith 157 brush. And I'm just going to lightly chisel out my cheekbones. Woohoo! Look at that. I'm going to take Black Coffee by Pat McGrath, and I'm just going to run this on the outer corner of my eye. Just bring it halfway in, and now we're going to smudge it out. I'm going to take a Zoeva pencil brush, and I'm going in with the darkest brown shade in the Pat McGrath palette, and I'm going to smoke this out. I'm going to take my beauty blender, and I'm just going to clean up a little bit right under the eye. This also helps kind of soften any lines because you're blending with the sponge. And then going in with the same smudger brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the rose gold shade, and I'm just going to pop it in the inner corner. I'm going to take this Juvia's blush palette, and I'm going to go in with Yara, which is this shade here. I'm going to use this Smith 154 brush.
Wow.
And I'm going to take this NARS palette, and I'm going to go in with this mauve pink shade. And I'm going to use that with a 127 brush by Zoeva. For my lips, I'm going to be using 3C lip liner by Makeup Forever. So I'm going to line my lips, fill it in. And then I'm using One Day Lipstick by Hourglass. For my highlighter, I'm going to be using my Chanel Le Lion de Chanel highlighter. And I'm taking a Zoeva Luxe Fan brush. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Tarte spray. Alright guys, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below letting me know if you have any New Year's resolutions or what your plans are. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.